to do it. Number 18 and 19 are talking about direct variation and inverse variation, so this is how you do them. They are the exact same problem, so y is going to be mass and volume is going to be x, and the volume is 30, and the mass is 50. The volume is going to be, I don't know because it says what is the volume, and the mass is 1.2. So we already have our proportions set up for 18, and remember when you have direct variation, you cross multiply. We multiply those two together and then divide by the number we haven't used. So that is going to be and I want to darken the screen a little bit so you can see. Not too dark. Okay. And 30 times 1.2 is 36. And then we have to divide off 50 divided by 50. 36 divided by 50. There you go. And you got 18 over 25. If you want to make that a decimal, you could do Control Enter, and 0.72 would be the value of x, or the volume. On inverse variation, you multiply straight across. So 30 times 50, which is 1500, and then you divide off the one you haven't used, so 1.2. And just showing you that was right, and then divide that answer by 1.2, and our answer is 1250. So x in this problem would be 1250. Okay, let's lighten the screen back up and move on and do the next problem. And I'm going backwards. So given 2 points, write the equation of the line. Well, I automatically see that the x's are the same. So that's a dead giveaway that is just x equals 2. And if you do the the slope formula, if you use it after labeling, you get y2 minus y1, which is 2 minus -3. And then you do 2 minus -3, and then 2 minus 2 at the bottom, because that's x2 minus x1. That gives you 5 over 0. And as of right now, you can't divide by 0. It'll be infinity when you get to pre-cal and calculus, but right now you can't divide by 0. So we call it undefined. And remember, I'm undefined when I stand up because I'm independent, I'm x. And so that would be answer choice B. On number 15, which equation represents, I notice that the y's are the same. So y would equal -4. And when you set it up in using the slope formula, you get the 0 at the top, which is 0. And who do we call zeros? People that just lay down and do nothing, because they keep asking the question, why do I have to do that? Why do I have to do that? It's because they're lazy, they lay down, so y would be slope 0. Number 14, which equation represents a line that passes through these 2 points? Well, nothing looks alike, so I have to find the slope. So 2 minus 1 over 4 minus 2, -1 over 2, that's my slope. Now I have to take that slope and this point and use point slope. So y1 is 1. Put in my slope. I'm not going to change it or flip it because it didn't say perpendicular. X minus x1 is 2. So now we distribute. Negative 1/2 x. Negative times a negative is a positive. Plus 1. When you multiply 1/2 times 2, it's just what's 1/2 of 2. It's 1. Then I'm going to add to do the inverse operation. And the final answer is y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. And as you can see on number 14, that answer is not there. So that was a mistake, but here is the answer. Ta-da! Number 13. Oh, yeah, 13 up here. 13 should be down there, but guess what? It happens. Oh well, we're going to go with it. Instead of using this one, I want you to start off with this one. So I'm going to change this problem up, and even so on the test, because we need to practice solving for y some more, and we haven't done that since before Christmas. So we're going to start off with this equation instead. Make sure I did it right. Moved him over, divided, positive. Okay, so I want an equation that is perpendicular. So that means I have to change this slope, flip it, and change the sign. So ignore this one for now. We're going to start off with him. So the perpendicular slope would be negative 5/8. Now put in the x, and then put in the y. Okay, so now we distribute. Uh-oh, almost. Before you distribute, you need to make that a plus sign. Now we distribute. Negative 5/8 x, and then this becomes minus 5. This times this gives you a negative 5, so we write minus 5. And remember, you can put that in the calculator. Control divide, negative 5 over 8 over times positive 8, negative 5. Okay, so we write minus 5. Now we add 4, and the answer is negative 5 over 8x minus 1. Right. What is the constant of variation in this table? Okay, let's look and see. How could we find the constant of variation? Well, we know we do two things. We either multiply straight across for inverse, or we divide. So let's try multiplying and see if we get the same answer. Look, I got lucky. I did. So which one is multiplication going to give me? Is that going to give me inverse or direct? Yes, it gives me inverse. And since I multiplied on the table, that means I should have divided with the formula. Yay! So if this is the formula, that's k, negative 12. Ding, 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 ding. This was inverse. So the constant of variation, meaning k, is negative 12. I wish I had asked you for the equation on that question, but that's okay. That works too. Number 8. Oh, this one's easy. Direct variation. So let me set up my table. X, Y, 5, 10, X, 1/4, Y, I don't know. So cross multiply. Do 1/4 times 10. Control divide. 1/4 times 10, 5 over 2. Now divide that by the number we have not used, which is 5. 5 divided by 2. Let's do it this way so you're not confused. Control divide, then put 5 divided by 2 up there, and now put the number we didn't divide by, which is 5. We didn't use earlier. And now you have your answer is 1/2. And so the missing number is 1/2. Okay, on number 11, I'm going to go ahead and change that. That's going to be 3 over 6 x plus 24, 6. So we're not going to use that. We're going to use 1/2 x minus 4. So it wants a line parallel. So I need the same slope. So y minus -7 equals same slope times x minus 6. So that's y plus 7, 1/2 x, 1/2 of 6 is 3. Now subtract 7, you get -10. And you're done, which is C. Which statement is true about these two lines? Okay, well, the slopes are the negative reciprocal. Well, the negative part's right, but it didn't flip, so no. This, Hey, Miss Major, I'm in the middle of a video. Can I call you right back? Okay. So the slopes are the same, therefore they are perpendicular. Oh no, when the slopes are the same, we know they are parallel. And plus, are those the same? No. The slopes are the negative reciprocal of each other, therefore they are perpendicular. Well, that's a true statement, but not about these two problems. The slopes are neither parallel nor perpendicular. That's correct. Because the slope of this one is -6, the slope of that one is 6. Okay, it says the two equations graph continuous y values at 4 and -1/4. What is true about them? Well, the slope of this is 0. The slope of this is 0. So that would be two lazy people. That means I have parallel lines. So which one says that they are parallel? The slopes are the same, so they're parallel. C. Number 7. I have 3/7 and I have 3/7. Parallel lines, it looks like. So which one does it say? Ah, there it is. The slopes are parallel. What's true? The slopes are the same, so the lines are parallel. That was easy. And the last 6 are the questions we went over in class. So I'm not going to go over those. I'm going to cut the video short. And I take that back. I want to do number 5. It wants you to divide m and the b by -1/6. So remember I taught you to set it up like this. 5/6 and set it up like this, and if you needed to, use the calculator to divide. So control divide 1 divided by 4 over -1 divided by 6. That gives me -3/2. So he becomes -3/2. Then we do that one. Control divide 5 divided by 6 over -1 divided by 6. It gives me -5, so -5. So we have to figure out the graph that goes through -5 on the y-axis. Well, there, no, and there. And then it has to have a slope of -3 over 2. So down 1, 2, 3, and over 1, 2. Ah, found it. I got lucky. It's B. Okay. Well, I guess C can't be it because that line is pointing up. And I needed a negative slope. So number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, and number 7, or number 6. We did all of those in class. I'm not going to go over those. Make sure you read them on the test, and good luck when I see you Friday or Monday.